Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're kicking off the new year with a new schedule. Starting from now, I'll be uploading videos on Fridays. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Now on to today's video. Today, I'll be guiding you through how I render faces digitally in my typical line and color style. And just a reminder, art is meant to be fun and experimented with. I have my reasons on why I choose to do certain things, which I will explain, but this video is in no way saying that it is the only way. So with that in mind, let's get started. So starting off with a face here, this is Function from Dislight from a birthday event challenge I did a while back. And the first thing we need is our base colors. When picking a reference photo, find one that has natural, even lighting. Pick a color that isn't in shadow or in light. I find the best spots are usually the forehead or the chin area here. So we'll take this base color and add it to where the skin is. Sometimes I think of shading a face like applying makeup. So what I like to do is take a red, honestly it doesn't really matter the exact hue, and on a separate layer, apply it to the parts of the face where one would normally put blush. So that includes the nose, cheeks, and also the ears and lips, like so. And before anyone freaks out, I am aware this makes it kind of look clown-like, so we'll blend out the edges, but not too much. We don't want to overspread the color. We just want to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. For the nose, I blend it out from the top and leave the bottom mostly untouched. I set this layer to color burn and adjust the opacity to whatever looks best. The base skin tone is pretty light, so I'll make the blush layer around 15%. If you are working with a darker skin tone, you may use a higher opacity. The purpose of doing all this is to create more depth in the face, to keep it from looking flat, and to make it look a little more realistic. Now we move on to actual shading. The first step is to identify your light source. Starting with the direction. It can help if you draw out a little arrow just to indicate where the light is coming from. The shadow color is typically the opposite to the color of the light. Since light yellow is the one we associate with being the most natural because of the sun, we'll go with that. So the shadow color will be kind of purple. But because skin is usually a warmer color, I'll just make sure that my purple shadow color is also a little warmer. On a new layer, we can start putting down the shadows on the parts of the face that won't be hit by light. I start with the biggest areas first. If I know the light is coming from the right, I'll cover the left side of the face. I'll also make sure to get the underside of the nose, the upper lip, under the bottom lip, the brow bone, and the eyes, anywhere it is hard for light to reach. Change this layer to a multiply blend mode, and lower the opacity. How high the opacity is depends on how bright the light is. The brighter the light, the darker the shadows. In some parts of the face, you can blend out the line just a bit. Now, I repeat the last step, this time only focusing on the darkest shadows, so going over some crevices and the parts that are furthest from the light. Then I blend out some of the edges so that it looks cohesive with the first shadow layer. The final part left is highlights. I like to add a white or light color to parts of the face that are directly in the line of light. So in this drawing, that would be part of the nose and the lips, and also above the brow. And that is how I render faces in my style. If you found this video helpful or maybe just interesting, subscribe and leave a comment on what other kinds of videos or tutorials you want to see. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky at KaylinVerse to see more of my work. Thanks for watching. Bye!